chance. I wonder if on occasions you think, has life got any purpose? Things are happening all around and you can't put a reason to it. You think to yourself, why? Is life any purpose? What is the point? Chance brings us into that thinking. I've got a lot of dice in front of me at the minute. Just spend a few moments, if you can, look, get your family together. If you happen to be old, just roll the dice around for a little bit. If you, I wonder, throw a 1, have a think for a moment. What is your earliest memory? As a child, I can remember going to Chester Zoo and seeing those wild animals for the first time up close, the size of the giraffe. Wow, look at that, it's a hippo. And that would be perhaps one of my earliest memories. Roll again, and perhaps, what about if you managed to get a 2? You rolled a 2, think about your most embarrassing moment. My life is one embarrassing moment from time to time, just ask my children. And yet we go through life and sometimes we'll have those embarrassing moments, those whoops moments. Sometimes we'll think about them, reflect upon them and laugh. Embarrassing moment is number 2. What about if you rolled again and came up with a number 3? Think for a moment, if you could be anybody else, who would you be? Who could you be? Think about that person. Think about their lifestyle. Think about their words. Number 3, if you could be any person, who would that be? Throw a 4. Hey, just throw a 4. Think for a moment of number 4. What is your biggest fear? Look at that spider. I don't like heights. I don't like flying. But fears, what about the fear of being alone? What about the fear of being rejected? What about the fear of just not knowing, not realizing? Number 4, what is your biggest fear? Number 5, where's number 5? Number 5. If you won £1 million, what would you do with it? What would be on your list of things that you would do with £1 million? Wow. Roll again. What about number 6? In most games, if you roll a 6, they say, have another turn, have another turn. Think today, if you rolled a 6, what is your favourite place? Mine's a place called Tenby in West Wales. It's a tiny little seaside town with picture box houses and lovely beaches where you can walk for miles, little shops. I like Tenby. I like going down, and as a family we've been to Tenby many times. Number 6, what is your favourite place? The thing is, life is not chance. Life has purpose, life has meaning, and even though when we cannot see the way forward, that plan, that purpose is still there. In the Old Testament there's a prophet called Jeremiah, and I've mentioned Jeremiah many times before, and his life is a bit like a roller coaster. There's ups and there's downs. There's occasions when he says, I just don't want to do this anymore. I just want out of it. I'm not even going to speak about God or the things of God. But partway through his book in chapter 29, there's some verses where God speaks to him and says, I will come to you. I will fulfill my purpose for you. I know the plans I have for you, says God. Plans for you to prosper. Plans which will give you hope and give you a future. If you look for me, says God, you will find me when you search for me with all your heart. Life is not a game of chance. It has purpose. It has meaning. God is interested in every aspect of our lives. And even though on those occasions when we'll say, well, what's the point? There's no purpose here. Life is not a game of chance. Life has meaning. Life has purpose. Get your dice, get your family and friends together, or even just by yourself. Roll your dice. Number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Chance.